in Chapter 3, Lesson 3, multiply decimals by whole numbers. So, back to our steps. Step 1. Step 1 will always be to estimate. The estimate is very important. I keep stressing this. Step 2. Do not line up decimals. The decimals are irrelevant in setting up the problem. You just need to line up the numbers to the right, all the way to the right. Step 3 is to compute. And then step 4 is to bunny hop decimal placement. And the last step, step 5. Compare, estimate with answer. Okay, all right, let's look at the real world problem. Bamboo is one of the fastest growing plants. It grows about 4.9 feet in height per day. Wow, that's incredible. That stuff is so prolific, it's a mess. You can drive around Charlotte and see bamboo where people have planted one, and the next thing you know, you have a bamboo farm, or we have no panda bear, so we have nothing to consume it. All right, in 2 days, it's 4.9 plus 4.9, which equals 9.8, or 2 times 4.9, which is 9.8. All right, if we're going to do it with 3, 4.9 plus 4.9 plus 4.9, so it's 3 times 4.9, 4, 4.9, 4.9, and add another one, 4.9. So that's 4 times that, and 5, again, 5 times that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and round this to 5 just to give us an approximate answer. 2 times 5 is 10, so this is approximately 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to predict that this is somewhere around 30. So let's figure out exactly what that would be. 4.9 times 6, that's a 4, that's a 5, 2, 9. There you go. So the actual answer is 29.4. We're pretty close. So again, placement of the decimal in this case is based on 1 bunny hop to the left. 1 bunny hop to the left. Turn the page. So we know multiplication, we're doing repeat addition, and then we have to move the decimal. So, one thing I want to talk about real quick before we talk about this, because it's very important with our estimate. Let's say we have the number 2357.89. Great. We know that this is the whole portion of your number, or the whole component, where this is the part, or partial component. And that this entire number is a decimal. Some of you keep thinking that the decimal is just the 0.89. It's not. It's the whole number. Why? It's the decimal system, which is based on 10 digits. So again, the entire number is a decimal. The whole component is to the left of the decimal, and the partial is to the right. So we know based on that our estimate is based on the whole component. And if you know that, you don't actually have to do bunny hopping. You can automatically look at your answer and know where the decimal goes based on what the whole component of your estimate looks like. It will tell you how many digits are in the whole component. So let's look at this problem. In example number 1, we have 4 times 0.83. Well, we know 0.83 is very close to 1, so we've got 4 times 1, which is 4. So we know the whole component of our answer is 1 digit. Now, when we actually compute it, we get 3.32, the 3 being the whole component, and that tells us where to place our decimal. But I also like putting my decimal placements in a box, thanks to Wyatt, one of my students who who use this method. I love this method because it prevents you from doing something silly by putting the number of decimal placements or your bunny hops. If you put them in a box, you won't put them in the answer. So in this case, we bunny hop 2 from the right to the left. 1, 2, and we know the answer is 3.32. All right, let's look at the next one. 3 times 14.2. So 3 times 14 or 3 times 15, both would be good. I'm going to do 3 times 15 and get 45 as my estimate. They did it times 14, got 42. That's fine, but I wanted to do it in my head, and I know I can do 15s in my head fairly quickly. In this case, we have 1 decimal place, so I'll carry that down because there's no decimal places with the 3. When we compute it, we get 42.6. We know we're doing 1 decimal hop. But more importantly, we knew that our answer was the whole portion of our answer was 2 digits. We knew that our answer was somewhere in the 40s. So 42.6 and my estimate of 45 and their estimate of 42, they're both excellent guesses. All right, let's look at number 3. Okay, so we have 4 times 0.95, and again, 0.95 is close to 1, so we got an estimate of 4. So we know that the answer to our problem, the whole component to our answer, has 1 digit. So, 5 times 4 is 20, carry my 2, 4 times 9 is 36, 38, carry my 3, that's a 0, that's a 3. We have 2 decimal places, so we're going to make 2 bunny hops. And again, I like putting mine in a box. So we get 3.8, which we know is close to 4. That is an outstanding estimate, and it checks with our computation. Time for you to do it. Get it, gotta go. Pause the video. Did you get what I got in number A? I got 1.25. And notice that I didn't put an estimate there. I put the word money because I thought about it in terms of money. We know that a quarter is worth 25 cents. We got 5 quarters in our pocket, which is worth $1.25. Number B, I estimated 32. We got 35.76. Excellent estimation. In problem number C, you could estimate either 18 or 27 if you wanted to round up or just stay the same. They're both good estimates. We know our answer whole component wise is 2 digits, and we got 23.67. Turn the page. So now we got that funny word annexing again. I call annexing equalizing. In this case, when you don't have enough decimal places in the product, you need to annex or add zeros to the left. What we're talking about is very, very small numbers. In this case, your estimates are not going to be useful. So bunny hops are crucial. You have to really pay attention to your decimal placement. Okay, in this case we have 2 times 0.018. We know that that's close to 0. 2 times 0 is 0. So our estimate is 0. Again, doesn't help us. So we know in this case we have to be really, really careful with our decimal placement. So we have 3 decimal places, so we're going to put a 3 in a box, which means down here when we do our bunny hops, we're going to bunny hop 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 0.036. By doing successive adding, we get the same thing. All right, let's look at number 5. In number 5, we have 4 times 0.012. So again, it's like 4 times 0, which is 0, so our estimate's not really useful. We have 1, 2, 3 decimal places, so we know in the end, we're going to bunny hop 3 times. So 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4, 0, 0, 3 bunny hops in my box. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, in this case, they wanted that there, and they're saying add a 0, add a 0. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and we get the same thing. So again, putting your bunny hops in a box, bunnies in a box, bunnies, bunny hops, or bunnies in a box will prevent you from putting them on the actual answer, which is where you do not want them. It's how many places you want to move from right to left for decimal placement. Your turn. Get it, gotta go. See you soon. Pause the video. Did you get what I got? D is 0.06, E is 0.96, and F is 0.495. And again, I go with the method of putting my bunny hops in a box. So at the end, I make sure that I do my bunny hops and they're not part of my answer. Turn the page. All right, in number 6, we have a word problem. A batch of trail mix calls for 1.2 pounds of dry cereal. Nagela is making 5 batches of trail mix. Ooh, right here we have a multiplication problem, right? In this very first part of this, we're going to multiply. She already has 2.2 pounds of cereal. How many more? Ooh, then we have a subtraction. So in this case, we know that we have no and a yes for lining up decimals, line up decimal. In my subtraction, we must line up the decimal. So we've got 1.2 times 5 and we get 6.0 or 6. In this case, though, we had to write it 6.0 because we've already made 2.2 pounds. We need that decimal and the 0 because of the second number being in the tenths. So now, we have 10 minus 2, which is 8. Make that a 5. 5 minus 2 is 3, so we need 3.8 more pounds of dry cereal. Go ahead and do the guided practice. See you soon. Pause the video. Okay, check your answers. Again, problems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's all about bunny hops. Number 1, we actually had an estimate of 18. We got 16.2. The rest of them were estimates of 0, so we had to be very careful with our bunny hops. Number 6 was a 2-parter. First, we had to compute the mass of the hummingbird, 6 hummingbirds, and we got 10.8. Adding that to the nest, which was 4, and we got 14.8 grams. In number 8, I used 50 cents times 12, or $6 as my estimate. We got $6.72, so we get $3.28 in change. And again, estimating tells you the whole component of the answer. Thanks for listening. See you soon.